Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this episode of The Dan Dawson Show. Sheepdogs everywhere, rejoice. Also, before I start this, I want to say to one of my subscribers, Ben, number one, I appreciate you. Number two, I'm glad you took the time to figure out where we were miscommunicating. So Ben posted better read than did. I'm thinking Republican Party, but he's thinking communist. And it never even occurred to me. And I probably should have taken more time to figure that out or, communicate with him offline, off the show to see what he was talking about. That's on me. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate you straightening it out. Appreciate you, brother. So, sheepdogs, rejoice. Rejoice. You get to take 4 years off. So here's what I'm saying, sheepdogs. Here's the problem with sheepdogs. Like me, you, Ben, all my subscribers, we're sheepdogs, and we want to protect the sheep. Well, here's the problem. When the sheep don't see what's good for them, when they walk into the mouths of wolves, you can't protect them. Sometimes you got to let that wolf get like 2 or 3 sheep before the sheep are smart enough to run away. And that's where we're at, people. That's where we're at. So I'm saying, sheepdogs, stand down. Stand down. Take 4 years off. Take 4 years off. The sheep will appreciate you more. How many of you guys, men, women, have been in a relationship where you've been in a relationship for a long time and the other person stops appreciating what you do? Then they break up and they go out there and they found out that you were actually a very good boyfriend or girlfriend. And then they regret that breakup. Happens to all of us, right? So, let it be. Let it be. I'm also going to teach you another thing today. I'm going to teach you how to troll Biden supporters. So, I see, at least on my personal Facebook, I don't know about the rest of you, a lot of Biden stuff going up. So, one technique I've used to shut down Biden supporters almost instantly, because they only have one of 2 comebacks. No comeback, which is number 1, or number 2, well, at least Trump's out of there. Ask them which of Biden's policies do you support. And then I have my little list of 6 things, right? Have my little list of 6 things. Number 1 is that Biden, it's already said, on day 1, he's going to revoke the Trump tax cuts. So what I do is, I say, hey, which of Biden's policies do you hope him and Harris enact first? And they're not going to say anything. If they do it, it'd be like, oh, they're not going to say anything. I've shut several people down with this already. Me, I hope he revokes the Trump tax plan. That Trump tax cut you've had for the last 3 years. And I tell him it's like, because I don't want more money in my pocket. That's just ridiculous. I want the government to take more of my money. Good for that. I hope he takes it off the table right away. Number 2. Bans assault rifles and high-capacity magazines. I don't throw that one out there because half of these, let's call them low-information voters, have no idea that it doesn't matter the size of the magazine, have no idea what an assault rifle is. They think the AR-15 is a fully automatic rifle. It's not. It's not. It's the most popular semi-automatic rifle in the United States. And a lot of them went out and purchased it when everything started jumping off. The third thing I go to is I'm happy that the Democrats are making a list of Trump supporters. So AOC can send her goon squad, which is liberal supporters, to their houses and maybe burn it down, maybe kill them and their family. Because that sounds like great political leadership to me. Let's just do that. Sounds amazing. Great idea. Dumbass. Or my number 4 thing is an immediate tax increase. Remember, Biden said, I can't believe if it holds up in court. One on this. An immediate tax increase. I'm like, hey, I'm happy to be paying more taxes. I'm cool with that. Yeah, I don't need all this money. I want the government to take more of it, to enact things like the Green New Deal, to enact things like free college, like free housing, even though it's not feasible. You see, I want Democrats to go into suburban neighborhoods and erect low income housing that's not going to be properly policed. Hey, I'm cool with it. Put one of those in there. The next thing I go to is ending fracking, destruction of our energy sector. See, right now we're energy independent. Guess what? This time next year we won't be. We'll be reliant on China, Saudi Arabia, Iraq. We're going to have to go back into the Middle East and start wars again. So yeah, hey, toss all those young, brave men and women in our United States military into sand-filled graves. Ship their bodies back in caskets. Because my moral victory, because I hated Trump so much, overpowers their life. Because see, Trump actually started bringing soldiers home. But hey, go for it. That's all I'm saying. And then my all-time favorite, which is actually kind of true, because a man with my skill set, I'm about to make a lot of money. A lot. Maybe retirement before Biden's out of office. Defunding the police. Hey, I realize what the impact is going to be on low-income neighborhoods, projects, ghettos, the hood, whatever you want to call it. But I'm okay with that because I got the moral victory of Trump's not in office, you see. But guess what the rich people are doing? They're hiring private security. Well, they're hiring private security, former bounty hunters, all kinds of stuff. Well, guess who has the credentials for that? It's ridiculous. But let them do it. Sheepdogs stand out. Even a good sheepdog, in Texas we have dogs to protect our cattle from big cats, and you get the big ass hogs out there that will damage your cattle, damage your livestock. But even a good dog, even a good sheepdog, can't protect everybody. Can't do it. Stand down. Let them get a taste of communism. Let them get a taste. So, let them get that little bite. And they got 4 years of it. Even though I say it is suspicious that anytime the Democrats were behind, all of a sudden more late votes came in. Happened to Trump, happened in the Senate race. Because remember, the Senate race was called 2 days ago. It said, hey, Republicans maintain control of the Senate. But now they found all these other mysterious votes. I'm just saying. But hey, worst case scenario, let a few of the sheep get eaten. When they're paying these high taxes for their gas, when they're paying these high taxes on the property, when their federal tax goes up, when companies start shutting down and moving out of the United States again, let them eat it. Let them eat it. Just make sure you and your family are okay. The best way you can. So, that's where I stand. I think the sheepdogs, it's time to stand back and watch. So the rest of you sheepdogs, get with this sheepdog. We'll stand on the hill and we're going to look down into the valley. You know what? And when those sheep get eaten, we're going to stand back, watch, laugh. I take notes of which of my liberal friends are pushing hard for Biden. And you know why? Because in about 2 years, I want to be able to say, I told you so. When they're complaining about gas prices, property tax, homelessness, crime, I want to be able to say, no, you voted for this low information voter. And understand when I say low information voter, I don't mean a lack of intelligence. Just mean you work a lot, so you only catch the news headlines. So, but Come with me to the hill, sheepdogs. We got some watching to do. So like, subscribe, share, do what you got to do.